Hey, welcome back everyone. I'm Captain Cheese. Thanks for joining me again. Today we have, I believe, the fourth installment to the Guardians of the Galaxy fight scenes, and getting a little bit deeper in the game every time we're playing. So I think we're about in the middle of this game at this part here. I'm not too sure which chapter it was, just because some of these are a little bit of the older clips. But check out these fight scenes, see if they're going to be able to help you out while you're playing when you get into these situations. So go ahead and take a look.
Floating my guy is really starting to tick me off!
Get back in there, Tiger!
I knew you had my back!
This may be a problem!
Oh, crap!
Alright, I'm good.
That's why I'm here!
I hope we didn't fight alongside any of these guys in the war!
I don't think they're in there anymore!
Forge the line!
The wizard's distractions test my patience! You and me both! We should take him! Those lines have started to tick me off!
Better than a
Well,
perfect
I
copy!
would value some assistance!
So those little shocker things are really annoying, because if you dodge it and you land right into one, you're going to be shocked for a second. Also, you want to make sure that you're able to hit those hot cues when they arrive. So that triangle that I had just shown on the screen, one of your teammates, one of the Guardians, will be able to do like a special move on that and pretty much finish that enemy. So be careful of the shockers, watch out for the pop-ups that come through the gameplay, and try to just keep going with these ones. The freeze pretty much helps a lot, but you want to get in behind those shields in order to go ahead and like finish them or deplete their health.
Something! Photosynthesis! If it weren't for that fancy pants Nova Corps on, I swear! Careful! They're bringing out the big guns! It's barely a scratch!
Anyone crack that freaking shield? We ain't losing to a bunch of subpar garbage!
So freezing enemies really does help, but it does take a while for them to get frozen, and they don't stay frozen for a long time. So you might want to switch to the electric part for the gun, and that'll be able to electrify multiple enemies in one little spot. And then see there, you want to get behind, and there's that hot cue again with the triangle. So you want to go ahead and make sure you're able to hit those, and that'll go ahead and deplete a lot of the damage from those enemies that are coming out. I'm going to fast forward up a little bit to get to the end of this first clip, just because I don't want the video to be too lengthy. But I'm going to let this go on right now with the huddle, and then after this I'll be able to fast forward a little bit.
What are we waiting for? These blades are thirsty!
Mine too. I want to run in there right now and do some serious damage, Peter.
You think we're in trouble? From these guys? Well, I say trouble is our middle name.
Who said we were in trouble?
When we're slicing scotch with a knife or a blade, when we're shooting fast and Groot's making shade, that's what I call trouble. Who's with me?
I suspect you're
Anyone
over the
understand
help.
that speech?
Those Krataki lines can mark off!
Who starts a gunfight near a reactor core?
They don't seem to be bothered by it.
Break their bones!
Gamora! Run him through!
To the check, some of these people may have been war heroes.
On for them!
My great strength goes underutilized!
I'm ready. Just find me an opening.
All right, let's get those clamps off so we can keep moving.
Your experience fighting Centurions will be necessary here, Wolverine.
Spread out.
Stay down!
So this guy is extra annoying. This is like one of the super powered Novas that goes around, and it really takes a lot of damage to go ahead and take these guys down. Sometimes they have multiple health bars, so you'll deplete one, then they'll go again and you know, regen and then do their second health. And then also on this part, I think you're going to get close to the end, but then more spawns come out and more people to defeat. But there are throwables around the map, so on top of me there's like a little symbol, and I can look up to it, and then they can go ahead and cut that rope and drop that big crate on them, and then be able to do some more damage. So there's that hot Q button again. You hit that triangle. Depending on how weak they are, it'll kill them or just deplete them even more.
I wondered how we would fare against the Centurions.
Don't underestimate them!
They do not fight as large forces.
They aren't Nova! Not anymore, anyways!
I hope they're disconnected from the world mine!
Their system's all buggy!
When I get near, the Centurion flies away!
Branch out, Groot!
Why don't you bother some of the boring planets instead?
We're gonna stop them, Rocket!
So this is actually one of Star Wars like ultimates. He has like about 4 of them, just like the Guardians. So there's actually a challenge for that too, where you have to kill, I believe, like 20 enemies doing that. So if you guys are playing and you know you want to get some challenges done, that's a great way to do it, and just start off by doing that.
Gonna put a bullet in one of these flarkers for every people battery in this place.
That's a lot of bullets!
I got enough.
Cut to the chase!
Make like a tree!
What is the pounding noise?
So these guys are little, but they're like extremely strong, and you gotta watch out for those snipers up top. You gotta dodge them when they're aiming at you. The shock works pretty well here, so it'll shock them for a few seconds, as you see. Watch out for that sniper on the left. But yeah, small but mighty for sure.
Believe your way out of these bullets, Spartanards!
I think you've converted them, Rocket!
Put down another fanatic! Chuck one more up to Star-Lord! Rocket! Blast him! Starting to think we came really close to ending up as space batteries! A meaningless death!
So when you're meleeing that opponent, if they're gonna hit you back, they give you like a second to counter it. I've missed a bunch playing, even right there I missed it, so you got to kind of watch out and make sure that you're able to counter it.
I will enjoy this!
These guys are basically space vampires, right? Teaching faith instead of blood? Flying around in their unholy temple ship?
Soon they'll all be ex-space vampires!
Eyes on the prize, Peter!
I can always count on you, Gamora.
I need to know where Raker went! He doesn't survive this!
We won't get him alone again! It's too risky!
Next time, you're on your
That
own!
was it? Belief didn't shield them from that!
Man, if it ain't got holes in it!
Trying to hit us in!
Damn stink! Hey, go! Try to stand real close together!
We don't want to be here for reinforcements!
Don't let up!
So this part is pretty long and difficult. It was just kind of annoying to kill this guy with his orb around him because he regenerates, and if there's other enemies around him, he'll regenerate them too. So main focus would be trying to get this guy out of the orb so he's unable to heal his opponents. But playing this game, there's about 16 chapters, and the game play length is about 15 hours or so, so it's about an hour per chapter. A lot of the chapters are mainly searching and cinematics, and then you get into these long battles that'll take about 15 to 20 minutes, just depending on how well you're doing and how long that mission is. So this clip's a little bit long, so once we get a little bit closer to the middle, I'm gonna speed it up again and kind of just get through. But hopefully you guys been enjoying this, and we'll let this huddle finish out right now.
You think they've got all the moves out there? The only moves out there? Well, I say lies. You said it. Let's take a stand right in this moment. Stare in the eyes of our opponents and fight until only one of us remains. Who's with me?
Ultra Steel
This is gonna be fun!
Let's... Been too long since I blew something up!
Broke another contest!
They're trying to distract us so more can come!
It's working! They're really distracting! Ugly's fixing up his throw!
Well, that's not fit. Let loose, Rocket! Buy some time, man!
Come get some of Rocket's gospel!
These creeps are eager for enlightenment!
Do your thing, come on! Watch out! They're coming from all sides!
They have a death wish!
Well, watch it! Peter Quill, unleash me onto these fools! Say your nice words for later, Quill!
What would I do without you, Rocket? The Blockhead's tapping up his buddy!
Let's sever his ties that bind! We don't want to be here for reinforcements!
Tell them that!
This is how it's done!
Why do they fight us?
I thought Breaker made that pretty clear!
Hey, Quill!
So that was pretty good right there. When they're all in a huddle, the enemies, you can use Groot's branches, and they'll come up from the ground and just trap them all. That's one of his abilities, and then from there I did the shock on them, and then that really just took them out. All of them, they were all disabled and everything. So little tips there.
Crap, the shield's blown!
You gotta keep him off of us!
What is all this?
I bet they're powering up faith batteries!
Also on this part, you're really not trying to kill them off of the ship. You're just pretty much trying to avoid any damage that you're going to be getting. So the ship's just floating, and you're going to the next spawn, next little part here. You get a little bit of a battle. From there, you get back on another little lander ship thing, and then it takes you to the next one. So you do that about 3 times till you get to the end. Then you have a little bit of a bigger boss here. Once you defeat this one, you go on to the next part.
It is as venerable as it is large! We must break it!
Take them down fast! We need to get off this thing!
I would if these Clark Nards would quit fighting back!
Peter! Drax needs help! We've got to apply more pressure!
Load up, Rocket!
They're trying to distract us so more can come!
It's gonna cost them!
Just watch your back, bud! They got home ship advantage! The Gargantuan droid is also a sizable threat!
Crash! Destroy!
You struggle in vain!
Peter! Help!
Oh, crap!
That was too close.
Wowberry needed help!
Man, that giant robot can take a lot of pain!
It is as vulnerable as it is large!
with the
We must
assassin.
break it!
What's next, Peter?
This has got my name on it.
No, Gamora!
You got it.
I am in your
I
debt,
can't
Peter
figure
Quill!
out how to hurt this one.
Go get him, Tiger. Ouch! That's gotta hurt.
What is next, Peter Quill? Let them come!
They're trying to distract us so more can come.
It's gonna cost them! What is it?
A place to store faith!
I thought I'd never see these markers again.
I hope I never would!
So this is our last clip for the night. Appreciate if you've been watching it from the beginning. So this section here, you actually have a third element to your gun now, or a third power to your gun. So that's going to be on the right directional where you could choose it. And this one, you can pretty much bring enemies towards you, or when you're playing the game, there's actually items that you need to use this power equipment on to pull something or open up a door or to unlatch something as well. Don't want to give too much away if you're not on that part yet, but you do get to use this, and it's actually pretty useful because it brings you towards them, and then you can either melee them or just start attacking them, especially if they're sniping you from quite a distance.
Another
The sword like
crossbow!
with our luck, Hellbender's goons are on the other side, just waiting to jump us.
Payback from Hellbender is literally the last thing we need right now.
Ha! Hold it!
Can you save your I told you so's for when we're not being shot at? Don't these guys know how to let bygones be bygones?
Hey, at least they didn't bring an army of them killing me with
Keep trying to...
Man, I totally laid out that psycho
Music
soldier.
to my ears.
Man, what else can this place possibly throw at us? Bye-bye, Nova Corps nerd! Breathing room, Groot! Looks like you need a little help. Fix that coop, needs a breathing room, Groot!
Hey, Quill! Want to see some fireworks?
Lock and load!
So we're almost done here, coming up on the last little bits. Watch out for these guys with orbs on them because that's like their little shield, so you gotta break it and then you can able to like pretty much damage them. I believe if you freeze them or shock them, it'll also break the barrier too. And right now you're not playing with Drax in this part, and like I said, I don't want to give too many spoilers away, but so Drax is pretty much brainwashed by the Promise, so that's where Mantis comes in, which is pretty cool. So you don't get to use him, but So you're a man down, so it's a little bit more difficult because, you know, your companions aren't really doing much damage. But just want to say thanks again for coming by, taking the time out of your day to come and watch this. Hopefully it helped you out if you're on these parts or if you're getting to these parts. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.